Ready? Ready?
I think we're going to fight today.
I don't think you're going to fight with me today.
I think it's going to be a big fight today.
Cooking with Debbie and Friends. Episode Fight.
Episode Fight.
Episode Fight Club 73. Going live in 3, 2. Cooking with Debbie and Friends. Cooking with Debbie and Friends.
Hi, Tony.
We'll make some good food, talk about marriage and parenting too. Self-care and budgeting and some recipes for life, yeah. Cooking with Debbie.
Hi, Richard.
And Friends.
I saw your breakfast. It looked yummy. You caught me drinking out of my cup. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Debbie and Friends episode.
This is episode 73.
Episode 73. And the first three people, Tony, Richard, and Paula. And Richard is probably watching with Anna Maria. And Pilar, you guys have been with us all 73 episodes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's torturous for them.
No, I think it's a way for them to see their family.
Yeah.
And Richard and Anna Maria read the description of today's show and made that breakfast.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, hi, Pilar. So, Cooking with Debbie and Friends is a chat and cooking show we do right here in our own little kitchen. And I do that with my husband, somebody who I think we're going to fight today. I'm not even sure. I'm just feeling it.
I don't even know why you're setting it up that way.
I'm just feeling a fight.
I just made you a cup
feeling
of
an
coffee.
argument coming on. You guys ever have those days? I think it's when you're quarantined and you're totally together all the time, and it just feels like just, you know, just, I don't even know, just like sitting next to me. I'm like, why do you have to sit next to me? You just get irritable. Anybody out there getting irritable with their family? We have been locked in with our families for like 4 years. Is it? Going on 4 years? Yeah. And we have made, if you have been in your kitchen, Travis, if you've been in your kitchen since the quarantine and caring for a family, we have made over 1,000 meals.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
It feels like we made 1,000 meals in the past year.
Yeah.
Of course, we make 3 meals a day here.
We do.
And by we, I mainly mean Debbie makes.
Yeah, you take over them on the weekend. He takes over on the weekend.
I try. You know what? I do grill on the weekend. I love to throw stuff on the barbecue grill. You know, it helps. But like right now, it's getting hotter, and we've got a 400-degree oven. So this is why I'm a little bit cranky. My dad says, "Whoop him good." Dad, listen, I will come over there and arm wrestle you.
Paula says Paula says she's a cranky pants.
I love that, Paula? Cranky pants. It's that time of year.
It's that time of year. We're just done. Anyway, let's finish our intro.
Okay.
With my lovely husband, Travis.
Right here every Sunday at 12 noon. I was going to take a drink.
Go ahead.
At 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, we get together and we stream out to Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on one of those channels, please click the like button. More importantly, say hello, talk to us in the comments, because we love to interact with you guys.
And we put these shows on a platform like this so you can talk to each other, and on Tuesdays you can talk with our guests. And our guests asked some very good questions of our last guest, Jesus Trejo, and he was able to comment live, and he was just wonderful. So what a great guy.
Yeah, we have someone coming up on Tuesday.
We do?
To talk about the workforce. So he works for the California Workforce Association. He puts on conferences for employers and managers, people that coach other people to get jobs. So these people really have their finger on the pulse of what's happening with the workforce and what's happening with businesses, because they interact a lot with businesses. They help small businesses with loans and grants and applications and to set them up with qualified employees. So Matt Hidalgo will be joining us on Tuesday to talk about exactly that and probably so much more. And he's an amazing singer. So
yeah, he's an amazing singer. Somebody who, is talking about how he has this career that has a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility, taking people that are ready to pivot in their career. And, and also this is a podcast you should share with somebody who's looking to maybe change careers, make a pivot, looking for work. Please have them watch with you on Tuesday. Yeah. But anyway, and then he sings. He puts on shows on Wednesday nights. He's an opera singer, and he sings beautiful opera songs, or adds opera to pop songs, just as a way to show...
like popra.
Like a way to just kind of show respite. Like, whew, because we all need to do that during the pandemic. So, before we go much further, can I say something?
I do want to say hi to Linda Holmes first. So,
hi, Linda.
Conroe, Texas.
Hi.
Good to see you here, Linda.
Nice to see you. And look at how Paula's going, hi, Linda. I just love that people know each other.
What Pilar says, when I get cranky, it helps to violently shake my arms. All the crankiness just flies off. I'm not going to do that on camera, Pilar. I'll try it later. Hopefully there aren't any mirrors or glass anywhere.
Where's the Bilberries?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we're drinking out of the...
What were you going to say? I interrupted.
Okay, I am going to start right away. Today's show is about saving some time in the kitchen. We have Easter coming up. I don't know how many of you are going to be able to safely celebrate with other people in your family. We're treating it completely as we did last Easter Sunday, social distance, just people in our bubble. And, if you have been vaccinated, make sure you read all the rules on how to celebrate with somebody or getting together with somebody. We don't want to be that mouthpiece. You do the research.
But they are saying with the CDC, even if you've been vaccinated, you need to wear a mask, you need to socially distance, because you will interact with other people who haven't been vaccinated, and you can still transmit the coronavirus, even if you've been vaccinated and you won't get sick, you can give it to someone else. So mask up, socially distance, all that stuff. Still, we're getting there, guys.
We're getting there.
Closer.
Just hang on. It's like anything. Like the closer you get, the harder it is. So, hi,
Martha. Linda Holmes from Conroe, Texas. A friend of a friend. Linda, you became a friend through a friend of ours, and now you're saying hello
to each other. How cute
Martha
is that?
Scott. It's awesome. We're building a community, guys.
We are. So I'm going to, without further ado, because that oven really is hot. It's a 400-degree oven. I'm going to put bacon in there. And what I did is I got some really good foil, the Reynolds Wrap, really thick, heavy-duty foil, and I crumpled it up to kind of make like a place where the fat could drain. So instead of cooking bacon up on the top of your stove, on the stovetop, where everything gets greasy and you're taking up a whole burner, we're going to stick that right into an oven, a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes. The bacon turns out crispy and delicious, and you're using your oven, which you can use for something else. You want to throw in some biscuits or whatever. It doesn't, you can make more than one thing in your oven. So we're going to put that in there. Today's show is all about saving you time and space and money in the kitchen on Easter.
And making an amazing breakfast for brunch, some delicious food. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed.
So that bacon is going to go ahead and cook. So you can serve it alongside with omelets or eggs, waffles, French toast, pancakes. Bacon is a great side.
Just serve it with bacon.
Just serve it with bacon. Some of you eat turkey bacon. Let me know if you've ever made it like this in the oven. I would be curious to know. We're also on Cooking with Debbie and Friends. We also talk about some of the dishes we make that you forget about. Like, I forgot all about sloppy joes and tater tots.
Oh, yeah.
So French toast is one of those things. It's pretty easy to make, and then we dress it up all pretty for holidays.
Listen, you had me at maple syrup.
Okay.
When I saw the maple syrup come in, like real maple syrup, earlier this week, I was really looking forward to this show.
Okay. So, first of all you need to do for French toast is start with a bread. Now, there are all kinds of breads you can use. You can use challah. You can use sourdough. You can use Texas toast. Hey, Linda. You can use Texas toast. You can use cinnamon bread.
Okay.
You can use, I don't know if you can use wheat toast, wheat bread.
I don't see why not.
It doesn't
have like a wheat taste.
No, I've done it before, but it's just the texture. So what you're looking for is a nice thick cut of bread. If you're cutting it yourself, you want it nice and thick. And you want it, believe it or not, a little dried out or a little stale. Now, I got this French toast bread. From Vaughn's Pavilion, Albertsons. They're all the same chain, and they have French toast bread ready to go. This already has some golden raisins in there. And it's nice and thick, as you can see. Now, because you want it to be stale, so it soaks up the liquid just right.
That I didn't know when she said she wanted it stale.
Hi, Suzanne.
And then when we were heating the oven, she had it at 250. And you put the bread behind us in the oven to get it stale. I didn't know why, because I've never done it that way, but it does make sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
So we've got our bread we've got our French toast bread that I was lucky enough to find at Vaughn's, Albertsons, and Pavilions. They're all the same store. I was able to find that for $2.99 a loaf. So that's what I have here. So there's a lot of ways to make your French toast, so many. All I'm doing on today's show is giving you some tips. You all make bacon. You all slice up strawberries and fresh fruit. You all do French toast. This is just kind of a way that we're showing the show to give you some tips so that Easter Sunday isn't going to be real stressful for you. Okay, so I have...
Did you say hi to Suzanne?
Yeah, I did. Hi, Suzanne.
I should probably turn this on, right? This griddle?
Not yet.
Okay. Because it's going to be hot coming from two directions when I do that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is get a bigger bowl.
Let me move this.
Yeah, do. Do you feel a fight brewing?
I feel like you want to fight me.
I feel like it.
I don't know why. I'm such a nice person.
I think I've just been locked in the house too long.
No, but go somewhere.
I've got my 8 pieces of bread ready to go. Okay. Oh, if I could pronounce that bread, I would. Panettone.
Panettone?
Panettone bread is also great. Yes.
I imagine you pronounce it panettone with your hand like this. Is also great. That's probably an Italian bread, and I think I've seen it. It does have like little raisins and stuff in there too, right? Yeah.
The idea is you can use any kind of bread. You just want to make sure it's either a little stale, a day old, or you dry it out. So what I'm doing is I've got whole milk. Now, I know a lot of people, once the kids move out or they grow up, you really don't use a lot of milk. I always make sure I have some whole milk for recipes. So I've got my whole milk in there.
Even if it's just like the little tiny carton, the little thing.
Yeah. I've got 1 teaspoon of orange zest in there.
Show the people before you put it in there.
Sure. I've got, I have 3 eggs. 3 eggs we're dropping in there. And we have 3 egg yolks. Travis ate the whites earlier. Yeah. We don't waste in this house.
I ate it with some of that ghost pepper sauce that Anna Maria gave me from Palo Alto.
And then we've got a tablespoon of vanilla. Good vanilla. I've got 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And while I'm putting all this together, I realize this is very carby, sugary breakfast. The beautiful thing about French toast is if you're a 16-year-old boy, you can eat 6 slices and consider it an entree. Or if you're someone like me who has to watch her sugar, I can have half a slice and have it as a breakfast dessert.
And then I'll have 5.5 slices. I'm not 16, but I'll eat the rest.
I do like breakfast dessert. So I have in here 1.5 cups of whole milk, 1 teaspoon of grated orange zest, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of some fine salt. I did wash my hands, people. I know I'm using them as...
Martha Scott says challah is really good for French toast.
It is. And it's beautiful, isn't it, Martha? It makes a really pretty presentation.
This is unique. I've never seen French toast bread.
I never have before. And what I was trying to get around is, I don't know if you're still venturing out to the grocery store. I'm using delivery, and I try to get out to the grocery store as little as possible. And so that's why we're going to talk about strawberries next. The challah bread, because you could let it go stale. You could buy it a couple days early and let it go.
What does it taste like, challah?
Oh, it's an egg bread, right? Anybody out there, can you describe challah? how you would describe the taste. I think it's very...
Is it a texture too?
It's a texture. It's a buttery, airy bread.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. We're going to put this mixture all in here.
In a flat one? Okay.
Yeah.
So you probably don't want to mix it up in a flat bowl.
No, I wanted to show everybody all the ingredients too.
Yeah.
So we've got that here. Now I'm going to take my my bread. You can go ahead and turn that on now. Now the way we're going to cook this is, Travis, is with oil and butter. Again, I know everybody has their own recipes. This just happens to be ours here at home. So he's turning on the griddle there, which is great if you have a bunch of people over, because you can kind of do the griddle while you're talking to other people. Paula said that challah is addictive. That's how she's going to describe it. Addictive. So, and can you grab me some tongs?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Now this is going to cook up pretty fast. Do you want me to talk about the strawberries before we get it on there while that's heating up?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure.
Okay.
This heats up. Yeah, talk about the strawberries, because that's
Dr. Teresa's here in Atlanta on the way back to Athens. The kids always like breakfast for dinner. Okay, what a great point. Breakfast for dinner. I agree with you, Teresa. And there is a comic who has a great line about, hey, I got all of my breakfast together at one time and sat everybody down, and that is a feat. Because breakfast is a lot of coordination, which is why we're saying put your bacon in the oven. That releases the space up there. We have a great, if you look a couple episodes back, a casserole that's delicious, that you can make the casserole and it can be nice and wet. You put it in the fridge and you bake it in the morning. You want to save time. You want to go to the grocery store and get strawberries early. You know, you don't want to rush out the Saturday before Easter with everybody else in the whole wide world going out to get strawberries. So do you want to cut to some pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So strawberries can go bad in, like, you bring them home and somehow on the way home they just turn all black. What is with that? We live in a real sunny house. Our kitchen gets a lot of sun, and I try to keep everything closed because my tomatoes or anything else living on the counter, it ripens so fast. So with the pandemic going on, you want to hit the stores just as little as possible. You don't want to go on a busy day like a Saturday before Easter. So I got my strawberries and I thought, how am I going to keep them pretty and ready to go for Sunday's show? So here's what I did. I researched a lot of different things and I tried different things. Here's how we're going to keep our strawberries beautiful. First of all, we're going to bring our strawberries home. We're going to give them a little rinse, and then we're going to put them in a bath with the ratio is half a cup of vinegar to 5 cups of water. So you just do the distilled vinegar there, and then with 5 cups of water, and you give your strawberries a little bath. What that's going to do is pull out some of those things that make strawberries ripen like that. It pulls out some of the bacteria. It just does all these amazing things to the strawberry. And then you of course rinse your strawberries, and then you put them in, you rinse them, and then you dry them off. That's me drying them off right there.
That's in a salad spinner.
That's in a salad spinner. You put them in a salad spinner, give them a little gentle stir, and then all the water is off. All that vinegar water, and you give it another little rinse with the water, all of it is off. Then you lay it out to sunbathe on your counter. That's really hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
And you let all those strawberries dry. So these strawberries are clean and dried, and they still look fresh and pretty. So I bought these Thursday.
Oh, sorry, hang on. There you go. Do it again.
Yeah. I bought these on Thursday. So those of you know, here it is Sunday. So I did this on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days later, my strawberries are still really pretty, and I can start to cut them. Travis, that feels a little hot to me.
I turned it down. That's what I was doing when I was looking at your...
Boy, this show is going to go really fast.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That bacon smells amazing.
You have things
guys,
to do.
This is feeling hot. I've got some heat in the kitchen from here, and from right there. So we're gonna get me fed here.
So what we're gonna do, I think that's gonna be an easy slice. Okay, so we're gonna make French toast. We've got this whole loaf of bread. We've got all this stuff ready to go. We're gonna dunk our bread. We're gonna start on the griddle. We're gonna have oil and butter. 2 kinds of fats to cook this because one of those fats is going to give it the heat and one of those fats is going to give it the color. So we're going to do some oil and some butter. So before you do that, Travis, we're going to let our bread hang out in here, soak up some of this deliciousness.
Okay, because it was hardened in the oven just a little bit, kind of like stale-ish. It's not going to soak it all in.
Right.
Where is the oil? Which oil and which butter do you want me to use?
Use 1 tablespoon of regular butter, unsalted.
Okay.
And we're going to use 1 tablespoon of
vegetable oil. Tablespoon.
Yeah. Did you guys enjoy Jesus? Wasn't Jesus funny? Oh my gosh, I thought he was hilarious. Talking about his mom and his dad, just so cute. What a selfless guy. I mean, even the last question about who would you quarantine with, he chose somebody for his parents.
Yeah.
What a loving,
Sweet
selfless guy. Really sweet. Really sweet. So we enjoyed having him, and we're going to enjoy having Matt Hidalgo too. And if you can think of anybody else, Dr. Teresa, we would love for you and your husband to come out and talk to us again. You were a very popular guest. People really enjoyed what you had to say and how you taught us and how you made us fear a little bit less and how you made us go into this with open eyes.
Well, I think also, let me get in here, Deb. I think also with people getting closer to being eligible to take the vaccine, now would be a good time to have that conversation again. I felt like when Dr. Teresa was on, we started the conversation, and that's always important to get people exposed to a different perspective from someone that you know and trust. But now that we're starting to become eligible, we've got questions and concerns, and frankly, I know a lot of people who are still a little concerned with how fast they rolled out the vaccine and some other concerns. So that would be amazing to have Dr. Teresa and her husband on, which we could do soon-ish.
Yeah, we would love to. And we also have a wonderful friend of ours, Joel Bryant, who I don't think he set out to be a documentarian. However, his photos are in the Smithsonian now. And what he did is he got in his car a year ago and drove coast to coast and just reported what he saw with COVID and how the different cities were treating it. So those of you that live in Las Vegas, you can see what it looked like with all the lights out on the strip. Or in Texas, you could see what your big cities look like, you know, because we were in the house. We were. Go ahead and put the.
Okay, so I'm going to put the butter on this side. We're going to cut to this one real quick.
Okay.
So the butter on that side, and then we're going to put the oil on this side.
Is there a reason for that?
I have no idea. Are we doing 2 different ones? Or
no, I told you.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you?
Listen, they can't see that camera. See you trying to scold me in front of here. Let me go. Now scold me in front of my friends.
2 kinds of fat to cook this because one is going to give it the color and one is going to give it...
See how that worked out?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is...
Ready?
Everything works out, baby.
Ready?
Nope.
Okay.
Hang on. I want to make sure to cover all of it so we get all nice and brown. Okay. Do it. Look at this giant spatula that Debbie's sister gave us. Yeah, that might have been on there a little long.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get it out.
We are going to argue.
We're going to fight.
You don't have to tell them. You could just tell me we're going to fight later.
We're going to fight today.
I'm feeling it already.
We need to do a podcast about communication for people that are quarantined with each other. It's been a long quarantine, right?
Yeah. Let me turn this up a little.
Sure.
I feel like it's
this
the
is
egg.
basically...
Normally you would see the egg starting to cook a little faster.
Yeah.
I think I had it at 250. I just turned it up to 350 so we get it nice and screaming hot.
This would have probably been easier in the skillet, but we wanted to show you guys and not turn our back on you so much.
Yeah. There, you hear that sizzle? That's what we want.
So... Deb, why are you making so much French toast? Well, you know, all my dishes are dirty, so I'm going to keep cooking. Now, here's the beauty of this. You take the French toast that you're not going to eat. Maybe you finish up the bag. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to finish up the bag, and then we are going to put it on a big baking sheet, and we're going to stick it in the freezer and let it get frozen like that. Once it's frozen, we're going to take each piece of bread and wrap it up. it sounds a lot harder than it is, or a lot more time consuming than it is. But you take it and you wrap up the bread.
Did someone ask that question?
What?
Why are we making so much?
No.
Okay. Because I'm going to eat this. I do remember you saying we're going to freeze some. But I'm going to eat most of this. I'm just letting you know right now.
How great would it be to already have this done and in your freezer, ready to go? For those of you with little ones, or those of you that have smaller appetites, or for those of you like me, taking in your sugar intake, maybe you cut this up into sticks, and that way you can enjoy it a little longer.
What are you looking for, babe? Right here.
Thank you. Do you guys have towels in your house that are like definitely don't touch? We have ours from Debbie Wheatley Ferguson.
Yeah.
That are like, don't touch!
The Cooking with Debbie towels that we don't use ever.
Yeah.
They're like the guest bathroom towels. So, you can put those other ones on here, honey.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to give you too much to handle right now. As far as watching which went down first.
No, it went that way.
So that recipe right there that I gave.
Hey, Debbie Wheatley Ferguson.
Hi, Debbie. We were just talking about you.
Must have been burning.
So that recipe that I gave you right there, with 1.5 cups of milk, 3 eggs, 3 egg yolks, the brown sugar, the vanilla, the salt, the little bit of sea salt, all that did 8 pieces of bread perfectly.
And they're thick pieces. Let me just give you guys
small appetite, not in my wheelhouse. Paula, you're hilarious.
So what I typically do is I just give them a little nudge with the spatula, and if they don't move, then that means they're not hard enough on the bottom. So you just want to leave that just a little bit longer. We want to make sure that it's nice and brown on that side, and you can flip it later, but it's...
And like I said, meanwhile, we've got our bacon cooking in the oven. Other than the heat, I get it, there's a lot of heat. But unlike you, you're not shooting a show in your house, so you don't have the lamps, the lights, and all the windows and doors closed because of the sound.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to have a beautifully aired out house.
Let's just paint a little image for you guys. Close your eyes, listen to the sizzle. Okay, it's bacon smell. It's vanilla from this French toast, the egg cooking on that French toast.
Can you just check?
It smells so good right now. Yeah, these are not, I think these were a little too wet. See, that's just a little too wet.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave those.
Do you want it smaller?
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't Jesus great? I thought Jesus was so good. I'm looking forward to Matt and Joel too.
Yeah.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah, this one's a little big.
That one just got too much eggy on it.
So that's good that they can see that. That you can see. I'm going to cut to this, you guys. So you can see these here had a little bit. They sat in the bath a little too long. You can see these other ones, nice and brown. I mean, look at that. The
so
brown
pretty.
on that. So you don't want to leave it in there a little too long. I was goofing off with the butter and the oil while Debbie was waiting to put these on. So maybe those. No, I was going to say we don't eat those. I'm going to eat those too. I'm going to eat those too.
So make sure you keep an eye on the other
Martin
side.
Villanueva.
Hey, Martin Villanueva.
And Cindy Castillo. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a while.
Cindy Castillo, where have you been? French toast is yummy. Yes. Martin Villanueva, feel free to chime in. We know you're a chef here. Also, will we have Dr. Teresa on if she's still listening? Dr. Teresa, we would love to know what we do if our grandparents or our parents are vaccinated, what that means to us. Can we get together with them on Easter? We're assuming that you still treat it like, active vigilance.
Well, yeah, mask up so that you don't transmit it to other people still.
That's good.
It's getting good. Oh my God.
We don't want to burn any.
Let me have this one. This big one, it's awesome, but
love it.
But these here are yes.
Yeah.
Look at
do you need another plate for the rest?
Yes.
There you go.
I do.
Or do you want a platter?
No, we'll put it on a plate.
I smell the orange zest.
Do you? Yeah. See those just got too wet.
So let that be a lesson to you. You don't want to soak it too long.
And then I'm going to show the people.
Sure. I smell the orange. It's just a little bit of orange zest. It smells delicious.
It really does.
Yeah. So Martin Villanueva, if you have any tips on your French toast, I know some people add flour, some people do different things. This is just a basic recipe for us. Do you need another plate for those two?
Well, I think the problem is they were too wet, and so it got a little.
We never want to feel like our show is a failure, like this happened. Remember the Crock-Pot show when we cried?
Well, I'm going to move them over here because this...
Yeah. And so all this meant is like, we just didn't have that coordinated to drop that on there quick enough, and it soaked up too much of the egg mixture.
You know what else?
That's another reason why you dry your bread out. It has to be stale.
I think also I had the heat a little bit lower when we put those on, so it took a little bit longer to firm that egg up, and then that created a spot on the griddle where they couldn't get hot. They couldn't get as hot as elsewhere. By the way, you guys, this griddle, I'm going to cut to it. It's a really very handy item to have. We don't use it a lot, but when we have family over, this is a great way to make a lot of eggs at the same time. I don't make
quesadillas.
Quesadillas or pancakes. I don't make omelets on this. I make omelets in small pans, but this is a really fantastic tool to have in your arsenal. Right?
Yeah, when I was a room mom, I took my griddle and
these are going to be fine.
A bunch of grated cheese and tortillas and everything, and we just had another mom that had her griddle, and we were just sitting there flipping quesadillas. It really is handy. It's one of those kitchen tools that if it's out, you'll use it. Okay,
Look who's here.
Matt Hidalgo, we were talking about you. We are so excited to have you next Tuesday as our guest. We were talking about, what you're going to bring to the table for us, either those of us searching for a job, ready to pivot. How do you get some new life in your job? There's so many things that we have to ask. Maybe if you even know what the job market is going to look like when we get out of here. Nobody knows. It's going to be crazy. But, we here at Cooking with Debbie love to bring you the best. So, and Matt, you are the best. You're one of the best.
Super nice guy.
And the week after that, we're going to have Joel Bryant. For those of you who have YouTube, who doesn't, for free, you can see his documentary. It's called Emptying America.
Empty
America. And he lived in his car and just took photo shoots from California all the way to New York and back a year ago. And wow, you'd be surprised. We didn't know. We were all in our houses. We didn't know what was going on in other states. We didn't know what was going on down the street. So, are you hungry?
I'm very hungry.
Okay, so, Travis, do you want maple syrup on these, or you want strawberries? You want powdered sugar? How do you want this to go?
Yeah, I want some maple syrup. Can we talk about this for a second?
Sure.
You brought the maple syrup in. Look, see how low it is?
Did you drink it?
Wait, hang on. Look, put it back up there. Show the people.
Did you drink it? What did you do? Why are you all red?
Because I'm fucking hot. This thing is hot.
Are you embarrassed that you drank maple syrup?
Not at all.
Did you drink it out of the bottle?
Look.
Did you drink it out of the bottle?
What kind of person would do that? I'm just saying I take a little medicine at night.
You put in a teaspoon?
Let's talk about why. Listen, if you've never tasted real live maple syrup, you can't possibly understand why Canadians are so nice. After you taste it, everything makes sense. This is absolutely dazzling. I feel like the imitation syrup is swill. I never want it in my house again. This is so good. It just lands on your taste buds all the right way. Real maple syrup is my new jam. So just letting you guys know. Okay, see.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, don't apologize to me. It's a little powdered sugar on there.
Mine came out a little prettier. I think it was just less.
Well,
okay.
I'm going to show the people yours.
Look how easy that was.
Look at Deb's got a little powdered sugar, real fresh strawberries. Did you put maple syrup on yours, Deb?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't put maple syrup. I mean, it's sweet enough for me, and I'm sweet enough. We used to make maple syrup from trees here when I was a kid.
So, Richard, maybe you can explain this. I read a little bit about when I became a giant fan of maple syrup earlier this week, that it can take 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. listen, that's a lot of work, and I think it's worth it. I'm just curious, what was your process? How did you make it? Because I want to get some maple trees now. And this is your way to shut me up?
No.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got that orange zest.
Yeah, the orange zest just really makes it pop. My friend Diana sent me a recipe that was similar, but it had Meyer's lemon juice and lemon zest. So that citrus comes through. I'm going to try mine.
Cindy Castillo says it's so beautiful, it's almost a shame to eat it. You're right, almost, but not.
And what we're talking about too today is some easy recipes for you for Easter Sunday. This is something you can do and make a platter of these and then start the next platter while you're talking to people.
That real maple syrup is everything. You've got to try it. Just try a little piece of this.
You want to try one with fresh strawberries and nothing else? And powdered sugar? You want to give it a little try?
If it doesn't have maple syrup on it, no thank you. I'll have some of your strawberries later. You cut
Travis tries it.
Very nice.
You guys want to see if Travis tries it?
It's so fantastic. Why? What are you going to do to me?
I'm going to give you some with just strawberry.
All right, here we go.
Look, I get it. I know that the maple syrup is delicious. I know it.
That was actually bacon on the screen for Travis Tries It. Yeah, let me try this side.
So this, all this.
That's a big bite, lady.
Yeah, that's just a fresh strawberry with a little bit of powdered sugar on it. No syrup.
Mm-hmm.
You like it? You like yours better with the syrup?
I like strawberries.
Yeah. It's a lighter version.
I want to eat that stack of French toast. Richard says that's true. 40 gallons of sap to 1 gallon of syrup. We had an outdoor boiler made from a steel drum to boil it down. Martha Scott could say more. Please do.
Please do.
Say more, because I want to learn how to do this. I want to make maple syrup. This is so good. You guys, I hate it sometimes when you're watching a show and everything they eat is so good. A lot of the recipes we try, they're tried and true. We've made them here in the kitchen. We know they taste good already. We haven't used this bread before. I've never had French toast with orange zest on it. And I've never eaten, to my knowledge anyway, real maple syrup on French toast.
It's always been the imitation.
I swear to you, I'm telling you right now, this real maple syrup makes this taste 100% better. And it already tastes amazing.
So let's do a little recap before we go to the bacon. We're letting that cool off. Today's episode was about how to make brunch at your house a little easier. And maybe you're bringing in more people as, prescribed by what your family is allowing or feels comfortable with. So we're trying to make it a little bit easier. Breakfast is a really hard meal to get all on the table at once. So what we made is our delicious French toast. We went ahead and let that bread dry up in the oven, or you can take stale bread. You don't know what to do with the stale bread? This is what you do. Our egg mixture included whole milk, vanilla, brown sugar, seasoned salt, not seasoned salt, sea salt.
Sea salt flakes. Yeah.
Yeah, salt will always bring out a little bit more flavor. And then the orange zest, which just we put a tablespoon.
It doesn't taste overpowering. It doesn't taste salty.
Yeah.
The bread is thicker than normal. So it's definitely crispy on the outside. It's nice and soft on the inside. Yeah. It's not hard all the way through like a waffle would be.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite breakfast.
And then we dunked them, not too long. Let that cool a little bit longer.
I think it's ready.
Okay.
Why did you touch it? What do you want? You want this one?
No, I want to talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and then we did our strawberries. We gave it a nice little vinegar bath, and half a cup of vinegar, white distilled vinegar, to 5 cups of water. Gave it a little bath, gave it a rinse, let them dry. And then when I stored them, I forgot to tell you, when I stored them, you want to store them with something with kind of a loose lid. You don't want to put it in something airtight. So I just kept the little box it came in and lined it with a white paper towel so it has that air circulating. So, yeah, because it's so frustrating to buy strawberries only to have them go bad. If you see one strawberry go bad, take it out. Take it out. It does not play well with others. And so that's how we got the strawberries.
I put a piece of bacon on top of my bite.
That's how we got the strawberries to stay so beautifully. If you store your strawberries like that, you can store them up to 5 days without them losing their color or their flavor. Don't worry about the vinegar. You don't taste vinegar on them at all.
See, that's my thing. I don't like the smell of vinegar. She cleans with it a lot because it's a really good cleaner. I don't really care for the taste unless I'm having it in pickle, obviously. But or in some of the dressings that she makes. But straight vinegar, I don't like it at all. Smell.
You don't taste it.
No, you don't taste it at all.
And now we're going to move on to the bacon. The bacon we put in the oven. You had me at bacon. You're so cute,
Me
Cindy.
too, Cindy.
So the bacon we made in the oven. No splatter on the top of the oven. No big chaos going on back there. You can assign somebody, put the bacon in the oven on crinkled foil, and just let it bake at 400 degrees, 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how you like your bacon. And what I like about it is it comes out really pretty and really crisp. So I'm going to go ahead and make even more bacon while everything's out and save it for sandwiches for later.
Or on a salad.
Yeah, it's all about keeping, you know.
It is crisp. It's not greasy. Not as greasy, obviously. It's bacon. It's still going to be greasy. But not as greasy as when you cook it in a pan. That's your bacon dance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a really good meal.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a success.
I do too.
Get another bite of this. Sorry, guys.
We're not going to be here next week because it's Easter. That's why we're kind of throwing this at you now. Go ahead and buy your bread early because you know it can be stale when you start to prep it. Buy your strawberries early and try that trick where you give them the vinegar bath and you let them dry completely and you put them back in their container with a clean paper towel because your berries should be safe and pretty for about 5 days, which is pretty amazing for a strawberry. That's a good trick to remember. Make your French toast if you want to keep going. Look at our kitchen, Travis. We should just keep going. So what I'll do is I'll put these back onto a baking sheet. When they're cool, make sure they're nice and cool. You never want to put anything in your freezer that's hot. One, it's going to reduce the temperature of everything else, and also it's quick to build up bacteria. So what you want to do is when these are nice and cold, you put them on a baking tray, you freeze them so that they're frozen completely. Then you take them out and you rack them up, keep them freezer safe, and you can pull them out one by one. I think these are a little too big to slip into a toaster, but certainly a toaster oven would be great. Oh my gosh, we got a big thing here on the.
Read it.
Wow. Okay, from Martha Scott. That is assuming the tree has a maximum sugar. If not, it takes more. The trees must be at least 10 inches in diameter for one tap. She does know a lot about this. For every 4 inches larger, you can add another tap. Once you get enough sap, boil it down outdoors. Remember that if you're boiling 40 gallons to get the 1 gallon, that means 39 gallons of water are going into the air. Each set of trees tastes slightly different. Old-time syrup farmers in Vermont would taste the syrup at a roadside stand and tell you whose farm it came from.
Wow, like a sommelier for wines.
And when you get in the store is blended. What you get in the store is blended. Wow. Well, when we go
and then
visit...
she goes on to say you can tap black walnut trees. Walnut syrup?
Walnut syrup?
I'll try it.
Yeah, I know there's walnut oil.
I'll try it.
Oh my gosh, this bacon is so crispy and yummy. I don't have a lot to clean back there. The griddle is pretty easy to clean. Overall, this is an easy breakfast to make for Easter Sunday.
You can make a lot of it and minimal mess so you can get right back to your families.
Yeah, or invite your families in to help. So those of you that have cooks in your life, they have made over 1,000 meals. If they haven't gone out for every meal, they have made over 1,000 meals. Be nice to the cook in your family today. Whether that means doing the dishes like this guy does every single time, or if it means bringing over some takeout so the cook has the day off, that would be great too. So, anyway.
Thank you guys for coming into our kitchen and for joining us. 73 episodes. We hope that you guys are enjoying and having a fun afternoon with us. We do with you certainly every time.
We wish you a blessed Palm Sunday, and for those of you that are our Jewish friends, we wish you a beautiful Passover and Seder. That being said, we will see you
Tuesday.
Cooking with Debbie. Bye, everybody.
And friends.
This bacon's so perfect.
Cooking with Debbie and friends.
That bacon's delicious.
It is. This is my favorite, though.
Is it, babe?
Mm-hmm.
She barks right on time. Would you mind?
It's so freaking good.
How about, here's my idea. Let's eat, so you're fed. We'll clean that off, and then we'll make another batch.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Did you like the strawberries?
Yeah, I like them, but I like my maple syrup on my... Cindy says bacon happy dance.